People say, well, how did you work this out? I had nothing to do with it. It's just pure luck and fortuitous situations. So that's all I can tell you.
Well, how are you today?
I'm fine, thanks. Good to see you. Well, I'm John Gable. I usually go by Jack. I'm currently practicing as an artist and a painter and muralist. We're at my mural studio in Bath. I wish it were more interesting. I was a kid who loved to draw hot rods. And I went to University of Kentucky. My grandparents had been physicians. I was 18. I didn't know what was going on, and then realized early on that medicine was not to be my career. I had seen an ad about automotive design in California. At the time, the only place that you could get a full degree to design automobiles. Went out there, found that while I was thinking I was quite the young man, I went to the college, walked in, the graduating class's work was there, and it was terrifying. We weren't there to play. We were there to work hard. We were up every night until about 2 a.m. And it was an amazing experience. And that's how I got into the automotive business. It was thrilling for me, and I ended up designing for General Motors design staff north of Detroit. And primarily my last few years, I was designing Trans Am Firebirds. For a guy like me, that was a wonderful experience. I got into management, did a little less designing, remembering car designers are basically artists. And I started painting, and I thought, you know, this has been a great life. I've had a great time. It's so much fun, no complaints. I was 35, that's an interesting age, and decided that I would move to Maine to paint. We had known about a little town called Kennebunkport, and we heard of many stories of how quaint it was and fun. And there I started painting, and things went on from there. I thought lobster boats on the water are like jewels on the sea, and I was being absorbed by all of that. And I was doing paintings of Maine and so on. I chose to have control of how my day was spent because I could, and I knew I had the ability to paint. And I decided I wanted an adventurous life. And I've had a lot of luck. I had been basically a gallery painter living in Kennebunkport, maturing out of New York and Boston. And I didn't realize that murals would even come on the scene. But they did, and I like the challenge, and I like the range of work I paint. Oh, I've done many murals, and it can vary from 1 or 2 a year to maybe 1 every couple of years. It was a lucky chance that an architect called me, and they said, "We like your style of painting. Do you think you could paint classic automobiles?" So this automotive thing has stuck around. Not intentional, because most of the subjects I paint are not automotive, but whenever the opportunity arises, that kid in me still loves to do it. And some people say, well, how can you be so involved with so many types of subject matter? And my only recall in terms of if you look inwardly is that there is the essence of the act of painting gives you some levity. And it's the time that you're painting that I love. I'm 75 now, and fitting in isn't what I worry about. But I am a hopeless traditional realist because I think it's the finest way to paint. I like the complete freedom. I don't want to stand in line to anyone. And the reason I don't is I can't do a good job unless I do exactly what I want to do. And I want that feeling when I'm painting that I'm grateful and enjoying what I'm doing. And I've made a decent living out of it. I don't need the world. I just want control of how I spend my day and my family and live that life, and we'll see where it goes.